Alright, you guys, welcome back to RUntpack Goes Planewalking, episode 50.5, a very special recap. Woo! Ah! Let's get into it.
All right.
Now, the RUntpack Goes Planewalking is an actual play D&D podcast which follows the story of adventurers torn from all over the multiverse, from different planes and different planets, and brought by force to the material plane. This party is trying to find their way home, or for some of them, try to stay the fuck away from home. Now, Mr. Mason RUntpack, would you introduce me to the heroes at play?
Absolutely. Thank you, Maisie. And before going any further, hi to the loyal Runt fans at home. You know, we love you guys always. If you're new or you've been running with the pack since day one, welcome to a very special recap. This is 50 episodes of recap in a brief 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Starting off, I would like to first begin with a very special character near and dear to our hearts. That's right, it's Doolum, the little robot boy.
Doolum the auto-gnome.
Doolum is played by our friend Isaac. Doolum's a little auto-gnome, which is like a sort of little... Oh, well, there we go. Just get the lore already. Now, an auto-gnome, for you not initiated, is like a little robot guy. Real short, short stack.
Tiny robot gnome.
Doolum is a clockwork soul sorcerer, cast magics. And Doolum comes from the plane of Mechanus, which is a sort of massive plane of constructs and robots, where it's very lawful and orderly there.
And Clockwork E.
Clockwork E, thank you. Next up on the Runt agenda for you today is Jaya Ironwood, the gun-slinging hippo person, played by Annette, the legendary voice actor extraordinaire.
Yup.
Now, Jaya is a hippo person, aka a GIF, from a militant planet called Igroria. Now, Jaya is an older man, I would say.
Ancient
Man who was relieved of his service in the military and is just trying to get by. He's a gunslinger and a fighter. Next up, I have for you...
Yeah, wait, and he's a father.
Oh, that's true.
He has two
Thank
kids.
you.
Father first, slinger second.
Whoa, he's slinging before he's fathering?
No, other way around.
Next up is Hire Valea. Hire Valea is played by our buddy Carter. Carter has given us a really tiny little dragon guy, a kobold, in fact. You fans at home. Yeah, it really makes you think. Hire is a cleric and comes from a plane called the Mundane Plane. This is a very similar plane to just sort of normal Earth, but their emotions are all dampened and everyone's sort of neutral all the time, mundane, if you will.
And they worship the goddess Ether. Not Ether. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
I thought it was Ether for a long time.
Aether.
Nope. Aether. And also, I'm told there's a lot of water there. It's like a water place.
sort of the water level.
So I'm told Hire's kind of the water guy.
Sort of a water guy. And Hire is currently supposedly on a mission from the Mundane Plane to bring joy to people.
In the Mormon kind of way.
Next up, our buddy Xavier plays Deimos the Chimera. Deimos has the head of a dragon, the body of a lion, and the legs of a goat. Sort of all hidden under like a big poncho
and the heart
situation.
Of a man.
Well, the love of a man.
Yeah, the passion of a man.
Deimos is a wizard, recently turned a warlock, who comes from a plane called the Plane of Kings. The Plane of Kings is unique in that no magic exists in this plane, Deimos being the only creature from its home that could cast magic.
And he used it for evil.
He's a good boy. Don't listen to Runt fans at home. Don't get it twisted. Go in with a neutral standpoint and figure it out for yourself.
Fucking Dexter. I'm fucking Dokes. I see him for what he is.
Okay, Dokes sitting in the car. And last but not least, if you would take it away.
Well, I play Orpheus, a ghost from the plane of Valhalla, the afterlife of fallen warriors, or so I've been told, who has unwillingly been dragged back to life into the body of a human artificer girl named Aislinn, who fucking sucks. She sucks. So I felt really bad for her at first. No, she's terrible. And deserves to be possessed. Well, technically she's possessing me. We traded places. Not my fault.
So Oro now has to navigate the living world. No, you didn't, or your class, but we'll get there.
Okay, I'm an artificer. My name's Orpheus, Sir Orpheus, first knight of Valhalla. But, you know, my buds call me Oro.
Thank you, Oro. So the story thus far.
I didn't say you could.
Don't know why there's so much hate in this chat right now. No love for Isaac. No love for your runt DM.
I'm cutting out the fakest. Just you and Isaac, I guess.
So the story thus far, really, a lot of stuff's been happening. Oro, what do you think? A lot of stuff. We began with.
I'd say so.
Yeah, the runts all got sort of spat out of different portals into the material plane. This, of course, being the name for Earth, you know, where the dragons and the wizards and the dungeons.
Well, I mean, it's Toral. I mean, you know, Toral. Home planet of the humans, the elves, and the dwarves.
There's Faerun. What is this?
Faerun. Maybe Faerun's a continent.
So the runts were all spat out there, quickly made friends with each other, made friends with some other people, then did a bit of plane walking. Ran around, made some new friends, lost some old friends. A lot of people you guys ended up killing. Yeah,
lost. No, we didn't kill any of them. We just sort of kicked them out of the party, and then they were picked off one by one. We made sort of a home base in the city of Surcad, led by our beloved, lawful, beautiful, just-ish Lady of Pain.
And the Lady of Pain, you know, ruling this sort of small city, Surcad, gave the runts a number of little quests to go on, some, you know, odds and ends, jobs to do. You guys picked up some. Yeah, you did some of them.
We dutifully fulfilled with the utmost honor and grace.
Picked up a few magic items. Picked up a few levels.
Fucking evil.
Picked up Deimos.
Quite a few levels. We did pick up Deimos in Surcad. That's where we met him. And his dad, who's also a member of the party.
Yeah, you want to tell us a bit about his dad?
Okay, Deimos' dad is Samir, who is an artificer, who was special friends with Aislinn, the body Oro is possessing, but now he's been made to understand that she's evil. And so he's traveling with the party, both because he's kind of lonely and because he wants Deimos to be an adventurer. And also because he wants to go back to the city of Brass, the plane he was originally from, which he was torn from. And also, even though he says he's a human, he actually looks like he's a human dwarf. But actually, he's a golem, a clay golem, made to look like a human dwarf.
That's right. Samir is a clay golem.
Oh my gosh. And his class, mechanics-wise, is actually druid, even though it's flavored. Like, he's just sort of mushing clay into animal shapes. And all his summons are like little clockwork Pokemans that he has in his backpack. He's a cool guy.
Samir was near and dear to the party, father to some, you know, ex-lover to others. A lot of sort of hot and spicy stuff going on in between the party. Now, unfortunately, not all.
We all signed a virginity pact really early on, so anyone who is acting slutty is fucking breaking their word.
That's an important part.
As well as their chastity.
Now, a brief mention of another NPC who's sort of wormed his way into the hearts of our loyal Runt fans would be Malagus. Now,
Asparagus.
No, we haven't gotten to him yet. Malagus is the quote-unquote brother of Orpheus, aka Aislinn's body. Now, Malagus is given no proof to this and is a known liar and cheat. He's a human man, pretty much classless and useless. Really slows the party down.
He's a warlock. He's a warlock. I think he's a warlock to the cat god.
Malagus follows the party around, sort of like a lost cat, and sort of been taken in by the group, and somehow is lovable through it all.
I mean, he's my brother. He told me he's my brother. Why would he lie? Mm-hmm. He's my brother. Obviously. Or I guess technically, he's a ghost possessing the body of Aislin's brother. Aislin's dead brother. He's not really sure if he's Malleus, according to him, but he was like, since we're in the same situation, biologically, we're brothers now. We're brothers. And that totally holds up under all of my scrutiny.
And Malagus is probably the closest we've ever gotten in any of our Runt campaigns of you guys kicking out an NPC because you fucking hated him too much.
Oh, he has just the worst personality. Just bitches in minds.
Lovable guy. Now, these two, along with Deimos, sort of join the party, and as they explore Surkad and make some friends there, they eventually decide it's time to drop some baggage off. So it's off to the city of Waterdeep in the material plane. This is, of course, on the Swords Coast for all you fans at home. All you Baldur's Gate fans, that's where Gale is from.
Oh, yeah. Wizard of Waterdeep.
Oh, yeah, baby. They got up to some trouble in Waterdeep, made friends with some people in high places, and got hunted down by a sort of mercenary / hitman group that was posing as an orchestra.
We ran into Deimos' old friend who had taught him magic. We ran into some
that guy's dead now.
People Orpheus knew from Valhalla that had been sort of teleporting there just to fuck shit up. One of them's alive. We ran into an old friend of Oro who we fought with so much we did, in fact, kick him out of the party.
Kicked out of the party.
We collected Hire's brother and saved Hire's people, ultimately bringing them to Surkad to get them off the rough, mean streets of Waterdeep. Jaya encountered another gift from his civilization. And lastly, Dulam met another auto-gnome who looked exactly like him and suffered from the same strange condition. More on that later.
Also dead, by the way. It's worth noting that most of these people are dead now, so we're just really zooming through this here.
I mean, it was... sort of all our friends were getting murdered, and it was really sad.
After the Runts figured out who was doing the murdering, this orchestra group, and stopped them, albeit...
The Symphony of Neth.
Whoa, some good episodes
Neth
in there.
Being, of course, a plane that sort of makes its own little fleshy Neth babies that are full of teeth and hair and other nasty things. So when I cut them open, you can tell it's them, not a people, and sends them to Waterdeep, and they're really mean to me and my friend.
Thank you, Oro. A very recent, recent issues with the Symphony of Neth, still very touching. Mm-hmm. And
hard-hitting stuff.
Really emotional stuff. Go back and listen to those episodes, Runt fans.
I cried. You know what? If DM me, tell me which episode you think I cried in. Spoiler alert, it's more than one.
Yes, so I do think this is, of course, sadly, when Samir, beloved member of the party,
don't even say it,
fell at the hands of a loose fireball, perhaps sent out by his own son.
Don't even say it.
Is now unfortunately dead.
Well, sort of. After he melted, there was this little doll left behind, and we knew for a fact that he was created by his dad using a wish spell to make Samir, because I guess he'd had another son that was like his biological son that died, so he made a golem that looked just like him. That was our Samir. So the wish spell is still intact. So Samir's in that little doll, and we're gonna fix it. Gosh darn it. Now, in this same fight that befell the unfortunate, kind, lawful soul that was Samir, somebody casting fireballs. It was really smoky, so sort of no one knows who is who, but I saw Deimos casting fireballs. Wasn't actually him, or was it? Someone killed Deimos's wizard mentor, who we had met in Waterdeep, as well as one of Deimos's one-night stands, which resulted in Deimos going to the morgue to have a final word with each of them, with the mortuist's help, who cast her to speak with the dead.
Now, goodness, this mortuist, a one-off character, right?
So it's sort of begun with that. Well, to be fair, we'd seen Mr. Asparagus, the mortuist, around a couple other times. He sold us a fresh body for a ritual. And I guess we had to deliver a few people to him and go check for clues with him a few times as we were solving this murder spree. But anyways, while in the morgue, Deimos and Asparagus sort of got to talking. And what do you know? Asparagus is taking his first vacation ever to travel with us to the city of Brass.
Really
So he's in the party now. Sort of an off-putting, fun-loving old creature.
Now, I know what you fans are thinking. The city of Brass, I've heard that before. Isn't that where Samir's from? That's right. The Runts are now headed to Samir's home to fix him, to make him better.
Gotta make my boy right. He's all messed up. Not on my watch.
That is currently where you'll find the story, loyal Runt fans. Just beginning in the city of Brass, a new chapter opening. Waterdeep behind them, the Runts are now moving on to bigger and hotter places in the plane of elemental fire. Alright, so enough about this stupid plot thing. Let's hear more about these characters. You love them.
Yeah.
You know them.
We've heard what they did. Now tell me, how did they feel?
So, we'll start back with Duelam. You remember that robot buddy we were talking to you about?
I don't know. Teeny tiny. So innocent.
Oro, tell us about innocent Duelam.
So, Duelam started the campaign believing firmly in his world of Mechanus and the teachings of its god Primus. But since it has appeared in the material plane, things have started happening that has made it question its beliefs. Also, some things have happened to make its party members question its beliefs and origins. Now, the first of these being that upon meeting Duelam, it was apparent to all the party members that Duelam was a bit, moss covered, as well as engraved with runes. Not something you would expect to see upon a standard auto gnome of the plane Mechanus. And throughout our journeys, Duelam has begun feeling emotions for the first time ever. Now, this is strange, but in Waterdeep, he met the good Dr. Him, another auto gnome, in fact, another Duelam mutt. Duelam, of course, being more of a model number than a name
one of
in the
many, sort of a
sense.
Legion situation.
Sort of an I am Duelam situation. And Dr. Him quickly identified that Duelam shared his same ailment. They were both burdened with a shard of the soul of a wizard who became a lich. Meaning that both Duelam and Dr. Him were phylacteries of the same soul. Since then, Duelam was left a message by another clockwork man claiming to carry the same soul within him, and Duelam is trying to meet with this man, though he is very elusive as he is being tracked by Hextons from Mechanus, which, you know, on the subject of that, Mechanus ain't happy with Duelam. First, there was, Nonatons? Those had 9 arms. Those are weaker, somehow. The more arms, the weaker it is. Don't ask me to explain. It's not my second system. We went from Nonatons to Hextons, and I think we're only getting higher up. Shit wants Duelam dead. But we don't, obviously, because it's a very charming little guy.
So right now, Duelam is continuing to investigate its origins and this new sort of human soul piece inside of it. Is this something Duelam wants? Or because it's a lich part, is this something evil that needs to be removed?
Duelam has also learned that its Primus from the plane of Mechanus has died, and that the Primus currently sending all of these enforcer bots after it is in fact a new Primus, or perhaps something different altogether.
Very spooky. Thank you, Oro. Great recap of our buddy Duelam. Lots of interesting stuff there, you guys.
Thank you.
Moving very slowly and sensually on now to Jaya Ironwood, our gunslinger. Jaya Ironwood, as you all know, is a military man. Jaya sort of lost his family when he sort of portaled through from his home planet.
Absent father.
And now is currently searching for his family. He recently encountered one other hippo person who I think died the next day after meeting Jaya. But was given a bit of information in terms of how Jaya can contact his own planet back home and how he might be able to get in contact with his family again. Moving right along, we're going to go into Hire Valea now. Now, Hire, our little kobold buddy, real blue guy. I don't know if we even mentioned that. This motherfucker's real blue.
Abadi.
Now, Hire is a cleric and therefore heavily worships his goddess, Aether. Aether is sort of a small goddess in terms of worship and numbers, sort of like on the low tier end of goddesses. You didn't hear that from me. Don't tell Hire.
Kind of a low value goddess.
Now, Hire was told by Aether that he was being sent away from the mundane plane, his home, to keep an eye on locals and sort of spread the belief of Aether. Pretty much what Oro said. This is like Mormonism.
Yeah.
But
exactly that, like that.
Has since learned that his entire plane, the mundane plane, has been cleared out of all living things and erased from existence. Recently, he's learned that Aether, his goddess, has moved on to a new plane. To quote her, she's upgrading to a bigger and better plane and wishes for him, Hire, to come with her to sort of colonize this new place. But all those other people from the mundane plane, including Hire's only brother, are not invited.
Uh-oh.
So Hire is currently wrestling with perhaps a untruthful goddess, or at least what it means to be loyal in the face of elitism. Next up, we've got Deimos.
Dexter.
Now, Deimos actually is keeping his history pretty tight right now from the rest of the runs. I'll sort of touch very lightly on a few things. Pretty much, Deimos wants to stay as far away from his home plane as possible, the Plane of Kings. In fact, every person that the runs have run into from the Plane of Kings so far, Deimos has fought on sight.
Yeah, one of them we did sort of all kill on sight at his command.
He just said kill!
Felt so good about it afterwards. The guy was running away. But
you know, we
met Deimos' wizard teacher, and we were cool with him.
Is that guy alive still?
He ended up dying in sort of a smoky firefight where no one could exactly see who was shooting, but you know, Deimos seemed like he was on good terms with him, so I wouldn't question that.
Now, something worth noting of Deimos is his new interactions with a sort of deity called the Seventh One. Now, Deimos has spent a bit of time interacting with this sort of red-veiled entity that doesn't have a face or a shape, but is merely called the Seventh One, with spooky,
sounds like a cool guy.
Oh yeah, real nice guy. Spooky cult-like rituals revolving around him, and strange curses, and Deimos decided to worship this thing. And now is sort of haunted by and even forced to kill things at the great deity's command.
Cool god, bro.
Along with this, Deimos has gained some unusual new powers and abilities.
Some warlocky powers,
But Deimos might sort of fly too high in search of power by the Seventh One. Icarus. Things to look forward to in our next episodes coming forward, but I will of course leave our very favorite Orpheus to describe his very own arc.
I didn't know it was your favorite, but if you insist. As I mentioned, Oro had been a soldier in the plains of Valhalla, the misty, snowy plains, but he was unwillingly sucked to Toril, or Earth, or the material plane, or whatever you want to call it. Now, Oro was really wanting to go back to Valhalla at first. Valhalla originally was this sort of plane of eternal chaos, of everyone fighting all the time, without any organization, because, you know, warriors gonna war. But this beautiful, kind, smart, sweet lady named Riddice decided to try to unify all of Valhalla in a peaceful nation. And Oro was dedicator to her cause. He was her first knight. He believed in her mission, and he wanted to bring peace to Valhalla and all the good people there, alongside her other knights and her many, many soldiers. Unfortunately, Oro was really not happy to be torn away from this battle at first. However, the longer he spent on the material plane, he's learning some things that make him not want to trust Riddice. He's learning that she is working with Aislinn, the girl who stole his place, for a goal that Oro doesn't even know. He learned that, contrary to what he had always believed, that he was the only ghost in Valhalla who didn't retain the memories from life. Actually, none of his compatriots did either, and they were all lying to him in sort of an elaborate hazing ritual. This is, of course, what ended up with him cutting ties with the other Knight of Valhalla, who he's run into in the material plane, Abel. And worse still, someone, a we trust more or less, implied to Oro that it was Riddicy who was stealing these memories away from the knights. This has led Oro to really question whether he wants to return at all, and he's beginning to think he wants to stay alive. And he's beginning to think he might even want to stay alive in the material plane. To that end, he's sort of become obsessed with learning about his own life, which was forgotten, though it's slow going. He learns much more about Aislin's life, but he's recently discovered there seems to be a connection between the two, as he regained a memory from his old life, supposedly the best memory of his old life, where he was laying down, feeling very old in a field, and watching a little girl who looked strangely like Aislinn running around. This has led Oro to be convinced that he was the ghost of Aislinn's grandfather, and he's really confused why she keeps fucking him over, and also he insists that Malgus is his grandson. At the same time, he's really obsessed with finding the man who he thinks might be Aislinn's father. Fortunately, we've been told exactly where this man, Octart the Wizard of Fire, is. Unfortunately, we were told because we were hired to kill him by the Lady of Pain. Oro's pretty sure they can negotiate a middle ground.
There might be a middle ground negotiated. We'll see. But
honestly, right now his number one thing is he wants to bring Samir, his best friend, and his artificing buddy back to life.
A noble goal, I would say. That's, the Runt fans, I'm sure, agree.
Oro is a loyal type of guy. Okay, when someone he trusts is hurt, he's doing everything he can to help him out.
It's true, it's true. You know, Oro might even be the loyalist of the party.
Yeah, I'd say he's really defined by his loyalness, his sense of dedication, his straightforwardness, his optimism, and his willingness to sniff for clues.
Oh, yes, there is sort of that. He's got that dog in him for sure.
That's a dog's soul, perhaps.
Oh, goodness. So, Runt fans at home, as you can see, we got a lot of exciting stuff going on. So, you know, consider tuning in to our next episode. Of course, there's a lot we couldn't get to touch on, but you'll pick it up. We're good at what we do. We're pros. That's why they call us the RUntpack, baby.
This is a great place to start. The arc coming up is really good. We've already recorded some of it, and it's, dare I say, fire.
Whoa, goodness. Oh. To get to that joke, you'll have to tune in more.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Make sure to follow us on Spotify so you do not miss our new episode next Monday. While you're at it, go ahead and leave us a rating. I mean, come on, you made it this far. You know you love it. 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever. Check out our links in the bio. There you can find our email address for questions, fan mail, etc. We have a contest running right now, which you'll hear about in any of our regular episodes. You can also go ahead and check out our subreddit, r/TheRuntpack. It's a great place for fan art, fan fiction, fan theories, fan content of any kind, and of course, fan friends. You can find our podcast on other networks. If Spotify isn't your chosen platform, we're on all of them. Every single one.
Baby.
If we're not on one you look at, which we're already fucking on, it's a double check, go ahead and Gmail us. I'll tell you we're on it. Or I'll make us on it, and then I'll tell you we're on it. It's theruntpack@gmail.com. Now, lastly, you can find our TikTok at theruntpack. You'll see some official art, speed paints. You'll get DM lessons from our very own Mr. Mason RUntpack. You'll get exclusive content for our campaigns that you can incorporate into your own campaign at home. And you'll get animatics of the funniest moments of me and my friends goofing around. Or should I say me, my friends, and Isaac and Mason.
What the fuck?
But the most important thing you can do for me is don't forget to tune in next Monday and keep on running with the pack.